This is the Swarm and Shoot Football Show, episode number 22, with me, Manny Matsaskis, the head football coach at Defiance College, and Lynn Groll, the publisher of the Black Swamp Football Preview magazine.
Wow, that's an introduction,
that
Coach.
Is, yeah.
Wow.
Well, you
You're
need
getting
that
fancy now. Jeez.
That's it. Work on. It's that time of year. We've got Thanksgiving today. It's a fantastic deal.
Absolutely.
And this is the Thanksgiving episode. Here on the Swarm and Shoot Football Show, we feature Defiance College football and everything that influences our program. This show is brought to you by our friends at Big B Coffee, right across campus on North Clinton Street. We have our vanilla lattes again today.
Yes,
Is that right?
sir. Yes.
Yeah, you can count on Lynn to bring one over, and great place over there. And with winter coming up shortly, we'll be there quite a bit. Get through the winter. Yeah, we want to thank everybody over there, and we appreciate your support. And hey, Lynn, today on Thanksgiving Day, as this episode goes out, you're going to talk about our all-conference players and ask them about their contribution to building the foundation of the football program.
Yep.
And you got a few guys here you're going to talk to, and I think it'll be exciting for our fans and recruits out there to get to know our players a little bit.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Got 5 of them rolling in here in a little bit.
Yeah. So, how's things been?
Good.
Yeah.
Good. We still have
Playoffs?
one high school team left for the area. Patrick Henry's still alive. We lost 2 of them last weekend with OG and Archibald going down against very good teams.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. I know Javon was at the...
Jovan was at the Ann Archibald game. Yep, saw him there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we're out there recruiting Northwest Ohio and, the whole state of Ohio and a few
The whole country.
Yes, coast to coast. That's what we do to find the right guys that fit the culture here. So, it's exciting, and we're pretty fired up about it.
Yeah. I mean, you had a big weekend with some recruits here from kind of all over.
Yeah, we had a dozen recruits in, and guys already telling our coaches they want to commit early and everything, which is fantastic. And their financial aid packages, a lot of them have gotten out, and they're about to get some more out. And we're excited because, then we plan on having some guys coming in for some one-day visits, local, and but the overnights are obviously something special because they get a chance to be around our players even more.
Do you know how many overnights you have coming up off-season wise? I know it's so early.
Yeah, the plan is we have had after this one we've got 6 more coming, and it's all depending on the roster spots when they fill. We've got so many O-linemen we're bringing in, so many at each position, and then once we get commitments and everything starts to shake out, then we know we've got the roster we need to compete next fall.
Yeah. For people that don't know, what are you focusing on right now with recruiting? What is most important for you guys in that facet right now?
Well, it's filling in into areas of the program with guys that we know have good grades, are dependable, want to be part of what we feel is going to be the greatest turnaround in college football. So, that is what we're working on right now, is to find the right kind of guys that aren't afraid to work, that want to come out of this wonderful college and have the opportunity to find their life's calling and leave here with some championship rings.
Yeah. What has happened since the one over Bluffton? How quickly did you move on from that victory to recruiting and that sort of thing, Coach?
Well, as a staff, we moved on like the next. I gave them 24 hours, and then, we enjoyed that. But I think the residual effect has been rather strong. Even to this day, I still get texts, emails, and different things. So there's some social media stuff we're going to be putting out there of that particular game. Some things that that we're doing from a video standpoint that I think will be fun for our fans out there over the holidays.
Put in perspective this season, good, bad, in between. Kind of give me your assessment of how this season went.
Well, the season, if you're just looking at one loss records, obviously it's not where you want, near where it will be. But when you see that by far we're the youngest team and I would easily say in all of college football. I mean, there's nobody that can say, hey, guess what? You in some weeks we go from 15 to 17 freshmen starting out there. No, I can't find anybody else that can say that unless they're a first-year program, one of those types of deals. So I think with that being the case and seeing the improvement of these guys, better fundamentals, better at their ability to finish and play with more passion as the season went along, and you could see those scores were getting closer and closer until it culminated with the big win over Bluffton.
What is your biggest hurdle right now, biggest weakness that you have to try to fix here in the offseason, do you feel like?
I think it's getting our players into a position where they understand how to train properly and work their craft. And that's something that I got from being at a professional level. You see guys and, when you get cut, your livelihood is gone. So there's a certain urgency involved with that. So someone like Javon Johnson, who has lived that, is a great resource for our players to see that. So it's imparting that knowledge on them and getting them to take the next step, to take every day, very important in their collision course towards September 5th, which is our first game of the year next year against Capital.
Yeah, and D3 is a lot different because you get done last week with your game against Bluffton, and you don't see these guys or have any interaction with them until
it's a little different.
Spring.
Yeah, there's rules that limit our ability to work with guys, but we're also incorporating some things within the rules that are great. We do have a class that we teach weightlifting and so forth. Chris Shank is a certified CSCS certified strength coach, so we've got the ability to do some things and do some open weight rooms that anybody can attend on campus, and which is fantastic. And because we have I think the shift in the mindset right now is, hey, if these guys can work on their craft and spend extra time in the off season, then not only does it aid in retention, it also aids in family environment, camaraderie, and what builds. The big buzzword is culture. It's what's going to build what we want when we head into training camp in August.
Yeah. Take me through maybe how the kids reacted to conditioning and understanding the weight training, what they have to do maybe at the college level that a lot of these freshmen did not know before they got here to Defiance College, Coach, because I'm sure it's almost a deer in the headlights kind of, because it's different.
Very different. Yeah, it's very different, and they don't know what they don't know, and that's the part of this that is exciting as a coaching staff, because wherever we are now, we know it's going to be leaps and bounds by next August. So I think the awesome part of this is we've got these players that are being mentored by fantastic assistant coaches. So by being around them and seeing guys that work diligently as recruiters, as developers of talent, developing young men to do the right thing, they see that. So that's what's going to be modeled. I mean, that's why the grades are higher than they've been. Position by position, man by man, the grades have been a lot better. Class attendance has been a lot better. So it's not something you can turn on and off at any time you want. It has to be a habit, and I think they're going to keep building these habits, and that's what great teams do. And we're excited that they're going in that direction.
Yeah. Don't want to put you on the spot too much or leave any names out here, but who do you maybe foresee as guys that can step up, lead this team in the off season, if there's a few of them, and what they can kind of do for you until that September 5th of next year?
Well, I would say for sure these 5 guys you're about to talk to, because they've all, even though you got a couple freshmen in there, and you've got some guys that have led enough on the field that are respected by their teammates, and some guys some of the upperclassmen that have done a great job in the classroom as well as on the field. So you're going to see that. So I mean, I think those are probably without question the 5 guys that I'm counting on into the off season to make some great things happen here.
Yep. Jalen Red, Terry Geiger, Stephen Lucas, Rigo Villa, and Damon Thomas will all be here in a little bit. Those were your all-conference guys. What do they mean to the foundation of this program right now, and what they have kind of built maybe already, Coach?
Well, I think what they mean to us is it's a group of guys that we can all work together with. And I mean we, meaning our players and coaches, that can be on campus and be leaders on campus. I think without question, you've got a group of guys that this is important to them. So, you lead by example, and that's what these guys are doing right now. There have been some guys that had, Rigo has had a tremendous turnaround from a freshman to sophomore year, not just on the field, but off the field. He's heading into a wrestling season this year, and we're excited to go watch him grapple a little bit, which would be great. It's good stuff. So I think that's what that does for us right now.
What has been the turnaround for Rigo? And I'll ask him that as well when he comes in here.
Well, I just think maturity. There's some things that he is that a lot of freshmen struggle with. They don't quite understand, and he has made a significant turn. His grades, we haven't gotten the final grades in yet this semester, but at midterm he was over 3.0. So that's, he's taking care of business there. And it's a as we say around here, everything's a constant state of correction. So he's working on correcting himself and keep improving. Yeah.
Take me through an off season. When do you start game planning? I know your offense is what you run, and it's pretty much set. When do you start kind of game planning with the guys you have coming back? Do you think about that in the off season?
What'll happen is, and we can that's a whole episode right there. We could do,
yes.
But I mean, it's one of those things that we'll get into the off season, and as we're recruiting, we've got to balance out recruiting and developing as coaches, and so there we'll do a lot of self scout, and then we research. We go to coaching clinics. We go out and talk to other people that are doing some things that we like, and we share information. So there's about a 3-month period there that we embark on right after the new year, and then we go right into spring ball, and then that's when we'll start to watch film with the guys and really be very focused on football fundamentals for that period of time to wrap up the spring semester.
Yeah. Is there any particular positions you want to address in this recruiting class, or is it full board?
All of them.
You get as much talent as you can, and
well, we want talent, and we also want talent that may be more mature, and then we want other talent that has some of the raw ability to develop through a JV program. And I think we can hit on those two areas. That's why you don't just offer everybody that's accepted to the college. You offer guys a roster spot based on their ability to contribute to that part of the unit on all sides of the ball. So we know, hey, we're sitting with 6 returning O-linemen. It could be. And now you say that, all right, how many do we want in? We want 15, so we need to get 9 roster spots filled. So you find the 9 best guys you can. And that's just an example across the board at every position.
And do you look at guys, say maybe they're playing a receiver in high school, look at them playing other positions? When does that kind of pop into a coach's mind when you're recruiting, I guess?
Well, I think you're constantly looking at that. You have the athlete position that a guy can switch around with and so forth. And, Terry Geiger is one of those kind of athletes. That's why he played, quarterback in that last game for us, because we knew he had the ability to do some things, and it really worked out for us.
Yep. Any other things that we need to kind of watch for in the off season? I know alumni are watching this, listening to it. Anything else that is coming up that we kind of need to watch for here in this off season, Coach?
Well, my plan is as I get out and we're on the road recruiting, we'll reach out. They've got the Facebook page. Maybe I'll say, hey, I'm going to be in Dayton on this particular day, and some guys can come out and meet us in the evening, because it's tough. You can't always just leave Defiance every day and go 3 to 4 or 5 hours away and come home every day. So when we're away overnight, we'll let our alumni know, and if they want to come meet us, that'd be great, because the support has been fantastic.
Yeah. Before I let you go, you got that Winnipeg Blue Bombers Canadian Football League sweatshirt on.
It's 10 years old.
Yeah, people that are watching probably want to know what's going on, and people that aren't watching don't know, but Well, we're gonna fill them in here.
Well, it was cool. On Sunday, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers won the Grey Cup, which is fantastic. Now, Javon Johnson is a famed, big time Winnipeg Blue Bomber himself, although he's played at a few other places up there. But the Bombers are arguably where he has a lasting relationship up there with the fans. The Bomber fans love Javon. And so we both have that history. In 2009 when we met up there, he was playing and I was coaching up there. And it had been 29 years Sunday since the Bombers have won a Grey Cup. So the drought is over.
Yeah, led by an Ohio guy too, Steubenville.
Yeah, Zach Colaros, the quarterback from Steubenville High School, which is 25 minutes from where I grew up on the river, over in the Ohio River, and then he played for University of Cincinnati. Was a great quarterback for the Bearcats, and it's a pretty neat deal to see a guy like that do it. It was a great game, fun. One of those awesome situations that you see guys overcoming adversity. They were the underdog and they won handily, and so that's fun. So for today, I wore my 10-year-old Winnipeg Blue Bombers sweatshirt. My wife made me pull it out. Yeah. But it's thick. I'll tell you, the Canadians, man, their clothes is so they're so thick. Sweatshirts are like triple thicker than anything down here. It keeps you warm. So, hey, here we go.
Yeah.
So, so I'm excited. You're going to be starting off with Jalen Red here, and when we come back, here's Jalen Red visiting with Lynn Groll on his season.
Welcome back to the Swarm and Shoot football podcast. We got Jalen Red here, all-conference defensive back. Jalen, take me through the season. I know it maybe didn't go the way you wanted, finish the way you wanted, but kind of give me your assessment of 2019.
Okay. Well, for the season, I would like to say, so we had a young group this season, but I'll say one thing we never lost was heart. And so even though the season didn't go how we wanted, we kept grinding every day and pushing in practice, and we just stayed focused. So that's what made me. I still love the season, even though it didn't go as planned. But I just love to see the grind, even though it didn't go how I wanted.
What is your mindset for this offseason? Maybe taking over as a leader, maybe possibly going into your sophomore season. What do you kind of want to do here in the offseason?
Yeah, so my mindset for this offseason, for me individually, is to get bigger, stronger, faster. It's a lot I need to work on. Even though I got all-conference, I have a lot more to work on. And leadership-wise, it's just for everybody else to get that same mindset, basically.
Yeah. What was maybe the biggest positive that you took away from the season as you go into this offseason, Jalen?
Well, like I said, just to keep pushing, keep grinding, even though when things are down, it doesn't look the same way. That just gives us more heart. And so taking that into next season, nobody's going to stop us.
Yeah. What did you learn about college football that maybe you didn't know coming in from high school from Memphis?
I just know it's a lot faster and people are way stronger.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. And people are way bigger. And that, coaching-wise, it's a lot of reads you got to make. And, in high school, we didn't have to you just had to guard one man. But playing safety here, it's a lot you got to read and keys and stuff. When
did you feel comfortable, or maybe that is still to come? Do you feel comfortable with the college game now that you've had a full season?
Yeah, I feel very comfortable. Midway through the beginning of the 5 games, it was a little nervous reading all the keys and everything. But the more used I got to it and more my teammates and coaches believed in me, I got comfortable.
Yeah. Take me through the recruiting aspect. Coming from Memphis, what made Defiance College the place for you? What stuck out about Defiance College?
Yeah, so I just seen how the coaches said they had a place for me, and they said I could make a huge impact as a freshman. So that mostly was, I saw where their focus was and how they saw everything for the future. So from then on, I was like, this is cool to be at.
Yep. Now, did you play defensive back in high school? Was that the position you played in high school?
Actually, I was an outside linebacker in high school.
Oh, really? Okay.
And then during the playoffs, they moved me to corner.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you played linebacker in high school.
Yes, sir, I
did.
And
for those that can't see, Jalen is not a big guy.
No, 185.
Yeah. What did you learn maybe playing linebacker, taking that to the safety position in college now?
One thing I could just playing outside linebacker, I would always have to hold the slot receiver, so I could really tell off the release off the ball whether they're running a go or a out route. So that's probably helped contribute at playing safety.
Yep. What do you want to work on the most? Strength? What is the biggest thing that you need to get better at, do you feel like, in this offseason?
Yeah, most definitely strength, footwork, tackling, and my keys, reading the guard, reading receivers as well.
Yeah. How much tape do you watch compared to high school? Is that a different aspect for you as well?
Oh, yeah, the coaches are heavily on tape.
Yeah.
We have to watch tape. We actually do scouting reports as well, so tape is a huge thing.
What have you learned maybe from the coaches that you maybe didn't expect coming into college?
One thing I learned from coaches is just main thing is like keys. Like I said, keys is a very important thing. Knowing personnel is one thing, and just staying focused. And then outside of football, just class is an important thing as well, getting your schoolwork done.
Yeah, has that been a big adjustment for you? The workload there.
Yeah, it's been a big. It's just well, during the season in school, it's time. Like time management, that's the biggest thing to get adjusted to.
You have a coach like Jovan Johnson that coaches you, a guy that played in the NFL, all Big Ten, 4 years. What does somebody like that mean to you, to have mentoring you kind of as a defensive player?
Man, Coach Johnson teaches you a lot. That's just a helpful, big impact. That's why I got where I got today, because Coach Johnson has taught us a lot that I didn't know coming out of high school. Like, and then he's on me every day, which I need.
Yeah. One last thing for you. I'm going to kind of put you on the spot here. What are your goals for this program? Maybe down the road, maybe not next year, but junior, senior year, where do you want to see this program, Jalen?
I want to see this program go win the championship, honestly, but to just make to the playoffs, to just have a better season than coming out. Like I tell everybody, if we going into the season, we win more than 5 games, the whole Defiance community will come support. So absolutely. I just want to get better in mindset. We're still young, but if everybody's on the same page, same mindset, yeah, we're focused and we can win anything.
I'm going to piggyback off that. What did you learn about the community of Defiance? I know you haven't been here a long time, but what have you learned in the few months that you have been here?
Oh, I just know I can tell, like, I'll walk into, like, McDonald's or something, and they'll see a DC tag, and they'll be like, good luck on tomorrow's game. So I like the community, how supportful they are.
Yeah. Thanks so much for stopping by.
No problem.
We appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Take care. Good luck in the offseason.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We'll be back with Terry Geiger, wide receiver. He also played some quarterback at the end of the season. So we'll have Terry in here.
All right. Thank you.
Welcome back to the Swarm and Shoot podcast. We have Columbus native Terry Geiger here, and it's killing me a little bit because this is Michigan-Ohio State week, and I just learned Terry is a Buckeye fan. So, I don't know. Yeah. May have to separate us here.
Yeah, we don't like the team up north.
I hear you, man. Jeez. So you think the Buckeyes are going to win on Saturday? You got a score for me?
Give you about 35-14.
What? 21? You're going to beat us by 21?
21. It's always a close game, so I feel like it's going to change this year.
Oh, man. I don't know. If I would have known this, I don't know we would have let this guy in here, Brian. All right. Well, we're going to talk about this season anyway. I want to talk to you the last game. You go from wide receiver to quarterback. When did you learn you were going to play in that Wildcat, run the ball a little bit?
I think I found out it was Sunday night. Coach Yeomans called me in his office. He was like, "You gonna be in a new position, so just stick to it and be all in."
Yeah. What did you think of the move? Were you excited?
It was more surprising.
Yeah.
Because I haven't played quarterback since maybe junior year of high school.
Okay.
And like I played a little bit senior year, but like nothing full time except junior year of high school. So it was a big difference.
Yeah. Take me through the win to beat Bluffton. What does that mean for you and the program? And I know you're new to the rivalry because you were transferring from Muskegon.
I mean, to me, it was good to send out the seniors on a victory, and it was good because it showed how much it meant to them.
Yeah.
And they haven't had it in like 3 years, I heard, or something like that.
Yeah, I think 2016, I think is right. Yeah. So, yeah.
So it was just good, bring it back where it belongs.
Yeah. Take me through moving from Muskegon to here. Take me through the mindset there to come to Defiance. What stuck out about Defiance College for you? Why was Defiance College the right fit for you?
I like the coaches here. I really enjoyed my visit. And Coach Shank, he was one of the big factors into it. I knew I was going with somebody that I really liked, so I was okay with that.
Yeah. You ready to make the move back to receiver next year? Would you rather stay at running back since you get the ball a little more?
I mean, wherever the team need me, I'm good at that.
Yeah. What is kind of your overall impressions of this season? What do you take away from it going into the off season? Positives, negatives, in betweens, those sorts of things.
As a team standpoint, I feel like we grew as the season went on. We got better each week. Near the end of the season, we start putting it all together. Just offense had to pick up their side because defense was getting it done. So I feel like once everything was all together, that's why I feel like we played a much better game against Bluffton.
Yeah. Take me through the season. Was there a turning point for you that maybe got it turned around? I know it was 6th, 7th week. Seemed like the defense really stepped up. Was there a turning point for you guys? Game, practice, whatever it was?
I feel like we did a little bit more better managing going into the Manchester game.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like we handled that game a lot more. We killed ourselves a lot on offense.
Just gained some confidence and gelled a little bit.
So, I mean, once we, picked it up, I felt everything was going to be good. And, I mean, it's just all about progression. It was a lot of freshmen, so, I mean, I understand.
Yeah. You're going to be a senior next year. What is your mindset this offseason to maybe take a bigger leadership role going into next season?
My thing is make it better than last year. I didn't really speak up much just because I'm more of a laid-back chill guy, but I'm not going to let nothing – like how it went last year can't happen again. Just my opinion. Can't let that happen again and just bounce back.
Yeah. What is your goals maybe for this offseason? Where do you have to get better, do you feel like, Terry?
That's a tough one.
He's got it covered already.
My thing is I'm working on a little bit more explosion, get a little bit faster. I think I got most of the ball skills there. So, I mean, get more faster. Always work on my hands always. Just get more physical.
Yeah. What position now did you play in high school when you were down in Columbus?
I'll play wide receiver and corner.
Wide receiver. Okay. All right. Do you have a preference, offense, defense?
I'm aggressive enough to play defense.
Okay.
And I mean, but I like scoring. So
gotcha. I gotcha. Take me through mentoring kind of this young team. What will that take here in this offseason to get these young guys up to speed in the college game and that sort of thing, do you feel like, and especially for the juniors that are going to be seniors next year?
I feel like everything, it's going to start with us because if we don't go hard all the time, we don't put in the work, they're not going to put in the work. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be lead by example. As long as we do our job and lead them the right way, we should be in good shape.
Yeah. Last thing for you, what have you kind of learned about Defiance College, the community? What has made this place kind of the place it is, and excited for you to be back for your senior year and those sorts of things?
It's a very loving community. I really enjoy being around, people knowing me around. So it's good. It's a small town, so I like it. I like the feel of it.
Yeah. Well, appreciate it. Congratulations on the all-conference honor. We'll follow you next year, and good luck here in the offseason, Terry. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on the Swarm and Shoot Football Show. If you're listening to this podcast, make sure to subscribe in iTunes, give us a rating, comment on the show. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the bell so you get notifications when we release the next show. Feel free to comment on this episode below.